Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Awakened Healings with Jess. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers. I'm really excited that you are enjoying the content and that the messages are resonating with you. So thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot to me. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. You're in the right spot in the right time. You're here for guidance and healing messages, and you are being divinely guided here, so thank you and welcome. This will be a healing energy report. Now it's general, but it's going to be for the second week of April. This is going to be for the dates of 7 through 14 in April 2019, and what we're going to talk about is what to expect. So we just had the Aries new moon on Friday, and that was an extremely potent new moon. For me personally, wow, it really did something for me. A lot of emotions that I wasn't aware of came up to the surface, and there was a release for me. I am a Pisces, so I am a water sign, and I feel like maybe that was just the way that the new moon, the Aries energy, just helped me cleanse and purge for me. For others of you, it may have come out in different manners and methods, maybe through quick, decisive conversations. Maybe it was through quick, decisive actions of saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to, purge the old energy as I move forward. Because right now we are in the midst of Aries season, and Aries is governed by the sign of fire. So it's very fast moving energy, very motivated energy, very action oriented energy. And many of us now are taking inspired action to make our plans come forward in this time period. We've done a lot of thinking on what we want to do. We've done a lot of, we're still manifesting, but now we're making logical, tangible steps to bring forward our manifestations into the 3D so they can crystallize. So also, we are in between two full moons. We had a full moon in Libra on the 20th of March, and we're going to have another full moon in Libra on the 19th of April. So the one that we're having in the on the 19th of April is going to be at 29 degrees. So what's interesting about this is that we have been given a lunar cycle to really focus on the relationships that are either working for us or no longer serving our highest good. So this is almost like a who's going to make the cut type situation. And with the Aries new moon right in the midst of that, I feel like a lot of us received a lot of clarity on what is really serving our best interest at this time. So whether we liked it or not, sometimes fate stepped in and it served as a catalyst. The new moon energy served as a catalyst to either end a karmic cycle for us. It forced us to have some pretty frank conversations with whomever it is that we are in conflict with, or whomever it is, and not conflict, but whomever it is that is no longer serving our mission right now, no longer serving our highest good. It's just that maybe those people need to be removed from our life either temporarily or permanently, and that is something for you all to decide. But with the two Libra full moons, Libra is a sign of relationships. It's a sign of balance. It's also a sign of community. So within this energy right now, there is a spotlight on relationships, in addition to everything else that we're trying to call forward into our lives. So it really is a cool and exciting time period. Also, Venus moved into Pisces sometime last week, so that's an extra added bonus for relationships. So right now, really, relationships is where we are just sort of being drawn to focus on right now. You just came out of the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, so I know many of us are thrilled about that. The energy is settling, so communication lines are opening up. It is now a more convenient, not convenient, but it's a more appropriate time to have some difficult conversations, and people are going to be more receptive to your words. Also, Mars moved into Gemini, which also governs communication. So right now, in the midst of the 2 Libra full moons, is the perfect, ideal time to have these clarifying conversations with the people in your lives. This can be romantic, this can be business oriented, this can be friendship, this can be family members, but whatever is going on in your lives with the people around you is a perfect time right now to say what you need to say, but in turn for also to be a great listener, right? So it's not all about just what you have to say. You have to be receptive to what the other person is sharing with you. Because maybe it's not just them that's causing the conflict or the friction in your life. Maybe it's something that you're doing that's causing them to react in a certain way. So this is definitely all about balance, and it's all about taking a good hard look at yourself. Okay, so it is an exciting time. The Aries energy is really positive and exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my reading. Have my giant rose quartz. I love this. It's my skull. It's my giant rose quartz sitting on top of the Osho Zen tarot deck. And what I'm going to do is pull 5-card spread, and we'll see what comes through. So I'm really excited that you all are here, that you all have found my channel, and that you all have decided to return. That means so much to me. Yeah, this is just an exciting time for everybody. I love the energy that we're feeling right now in April because it is very action oriented. It is all about now. Aries is all about I am, so it is about you. It's about you taking inspired action on the goals and intentions that you have set. It's taking inspired action toward what you're trying to call in and manifest into your life. The Aries new moon literally was all about cleansing the old remnants, ending karmic cycles in order to create new energetic space in your lives. So it's doing, ooh, that's too much. Sorry, we cannot take that. That was just a big giant splash. But this is all about action and growth. But it's a cool time. I'm really excited. For those of you who are water signs, I know sometimes this can be a little bit too much excitement. So I really encourage those of you who are feeling out of sorts to get outside and really tap into your earth energy. Earth energy is wonderful for grounding your aura, grounding your mind, grounding your heart, grounding your emotions. So get outside, enjoy the beautiful spring scenery that we're all experiencing here in the northern hemisphere. I think in the southern hemisphere you all are in fall, so that's awesome. But here in the northern hemisphere we are in springtime, and it is so beautiful outside. You know, the flowers are blooming, the sun is warming up. It's just a great period of renewal and rebirth, because that is definitely the energy right now. Many of us, if not, I want to say almost all of us, I don't like to speak in absolutes, but we are all starting a new cycle right now in April. And I think that is what's contributing to this really cool energy. Excuse me. Too much, sorry. Well, we could take these two. We have a bonus. I'll take the top 2 cards. But I think that's what's really contributing to this really cool, exciting energy that we're feeling right now in April. Because many of us are up leveling. Many of us are really starting the new cycles, you know, whether we liked it or not. You know, it was hard to end a lot of the old karmic cycles that we had going on in March. Some of us are still ending. I just had a karmic release, I believe, on Friday that it was sort of unexpected, but it happened. But either way, it's all for the highest good, right? We just have to be open and receptive to it. Okay, so bottom of the deck is conditioning, and this is the 15 cards. So this is what we have going on at the bottom of the deck. All right, and I'm going to talk to you about it. Let's go ahead and flip over the cards and see what came in for us. Okay, yes, this is exactly in line with what I had intended to see. Okay, so in the center for us, we have the miser. This is the Four of Rainbows, Four of Pentacles in the regular tarot deck. And what this is discussing is that many of us may be holding on to the past still. So right now we are in perfect energetic, sorry, I had to put down my drink. I don't want to spill it. Right now we are in the perfect energy to release the past. So we just had the Aries new moon and allow it to do what it needs to do, okay? So many of us are, you know, it's hard to release, but we are in the process of it. In doing so, if by you hanging on so tightly to the past or to things that are no longer serving you or to situations or energy that just needs to be let go, you are blocking your abundance. And it came in reversed, okay? So literally, we're blocking the abundance. Let's not do that. So this is the King of Rainbows, the King of Pentacles. So maybe some of you are in a relationship with an earth sign. This could also be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorns, okay? But when abundance comes in, you know, he's the King of Rainbows, King of Pentacles, and the regular tarot. You know, this is talking about being rewarded for, you know, all of your hard work. You know, you've been working really hard on releasing, releasing the past, releasing the, you know, old energy, maybe old ideations, ways of thinking. And, you know, like I said, many of us are starting this new cycle. This is a time of rebirth. So seriously, let go of the past, let go of control, ultimately surrender. Because when you surrender, ultimately, this will become upright, okay? And you will start to experience an influx of goals, desires, maybe new relationships, dreams. Anything that you're trying to call in it can flow into you easily because it's no longer blocked, but you have to clear the space for it, right? Nothing new can flow in if there is a cluttered pathway. So, you know, do your spiritual housekeeping, take inventory of what's going on with you because it came in reverse. And remember, some of us may still be dealing with this miser, okay? So this is an image of an older woman who is just wearing everything that she values and is holding all of these precious, you know, baubles, jewelry, maybe antique pieces, things that are precious to her. But when we cling so tightly and we don't let go, and you know, we don't treat that item or items with respect, the value decreases and it just becomes stuff. It becomes clutter, right? And when we're cluttered, we're blocked, and clutter has a low vibrational energy. So maybe this will be a good time to maybe do some spring cleaning, right? You know, I don't know if any of you watch, you know, Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, but that just popped into my head. You know, we're in spring. It's a time of renewal, rebirth. Clear out the clutter, you know, literally, physically, mentally, and spiritually, because that will definitely bring in abundance. Right now it is reversed and we don't want that, okay? So think about that. Many of you right now are going into solitude. This is the aloneness card. This is the Hermit card in the regular tarot. So for those of you who are still struggling with elements of the past, this is a perfect time for you to go within. And what I love about this card is that it's a gentleman who's on the road all by himself, alone in his solitude, and the only thing that is guiding his path is his inner light. It's his inner knowing, his inner intuition. So this is a card suggesting for many of us to go within, to tap into our intuition and align ourselves divinely with the higher power, because that's what we need right now in order to navigate this next step, to navigate the beginning steps of this new process, this new rebirth. Okay? One more thing about the aloneness card is, you know, it is the Hermit card, so this could maybe signify a Virgo in your life. This is the Virgo card, you know, in the regular tarot, so maybe some of you are struggling with or struggling with a Virgo personality. This could be male or female, doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe it is, maybe it's a business partner, maybe it's family member, but maybe there is something here that needs to be cleared up in order for you to progress in your new cycle. Next, we have the Compromise card, okay? And this is the Six of Rainbows, Six of Pentacles in the regular tarot deck. And I feel like since what we're seeing here is maybe something from the past isn't quite resolved, abundance is being blocked and you're being asked to go within. Perhaps when you're being asked to tap into your intuition, maybe this is a decision you have to make. To me, I feel like someone is at a crossroads that it's a big decision. Do I let this issue go and do nothing and just surrender, or do I stake my claim, hold my ground, stand fast and dig in? Well, I don't know. I mean, I personally, the only thing I will say about the Compromise card is if it's going to require you to compromise your integrity and your moral character, then stand fast. Hold your ground, because you do not want to compromise who you are regardless of what the situation is. Okay? It is not worth sacrificing your moral compass and your integrity or your character. But if it's something to where it can be worked out, and if you're being somewhat stubborn in the moment, then I would say surrender, let it go, and flow with it, right? But this is a compromise, and trust your intuition, because your intuition will definitely lead you down the path that you need to go, and it's not going to steer you in the wrong direction. So trust your gut. So outcomes, we got 2 bonus cards, and it's past lives and it's the friendliness card. Okay, so past lives is a major arcana, and this is dealing with ending karmic cycles, and the friendliness card is the 2 of water. Very interesting. So yeah, this goes right along with what we're seeing with the release. First card out of the deck was the Miser, clinging to the past. Now we have past lives that's coming in at the top. This is the outcome. It's reversed. So those of you who are still clinging to the past, this is about ending karma. This is about ending a major karmic cycle in your life, okay? And you're blocking it. And by doing so, you're blocking the new abundance that's trying to come into your life in this new cycle, okay? You're being called to go into solitude mode and hermit at this time period, to really dig deep and to tap into your intuition. Pray about it. Pray about this situation, because I feel like this is a challenge. This came up last week in the weekly energy report for the first week of April, so please check that out as well. There might be something there for you that may help clarify what's going on here in the second week. But this is still an issue. This is still a struggle, because we're seeing it twice, okay? Because it came out with the friendliness card, I am inclined to think that maybe it is a friendship, or this could be a romantic situation where commitment is a challenge. There may be a fear of commitment on one of the partners, but there's still a lot of love here. So what I want to comment about the friendliness card, because this is a 2 of water, you could also sort of see it as a 2 of cups in the tarot. I don't want to take it there, because I don't want this to be, I mean, I guess you could, see it as somewhat of like a soulmate type relationship, because this is a deep friendship. This is a connection that is beyond romantic love. This is pure love. This is like the purest of love. And if this happens to be a romantic situation for some of you, if you're dealing with the past, Some of you may be wanting to drive a commitment in the traditional sense. Full committed relationship leading to marriage. That's beautiful and that's great. The one thing that I want to say, because this is the Osho Zen card deck, and with Buddhism and Zen, they talk about non-attachment. When we can detach ourselves from a person, I don't want this to fall, from a person or a situation, really, or an outcome, then we have attained peace, balance, and harmony. Because we're no longer attached. We're okay with how this will work. So here, because it's reversed, there is internal struggle. There's internal struggle here with clinging to the past. Continue to send this person love and light. Right? Maybe right now is not the time for you all to be in union. I get that there's a lot of love here, because that's what this card symbolizes. It's pure love. And if you're wanting marriage and you're pushing for that, that could be coming from a place of fear. And you are inadvertently blocking that opportunity from coming in for you. So let go. Step back from that. Take that off the table and just love your person for who they are and for where they are in their lives right now. And know that there is love here. But it's karmic. So what I'm seeing and what I'm sensing is that there is a shift going on in your relationship. And maybe the way you all were behaving in the past, because I get the sense that there may be a break or a pause. You're not in union, or at least not like in a traditional relationship. But you were, and there was a lot of love. But I think the energy that was surrounding your relationship when you all were in union, it had a lot of old karmic energy that no longer served your highest good. And with the cycles that are starting right now in Aries season and in April, this is not working. So what I'm sensing is that you have to come up with a solution and how to clear that energy and how to approach your relationship from a new perspective. It doesn't mean that you guys cannot be in a relationship. It's just going to look different. Maybe marriage will be a conversation for some time later down the road when the conditions are more appropriate. But, the friendliness card, this is pure love. I'm going to show it to you upright. It's a really sweet and beautiful energy that's coming through, and it is the purest form of love. It's unconditional love for whomever it is that this is for, and that you are expressing that love to. Okay? So interesting. So we had, the bottom of the deck was the conditioning card. This is the 15 major arcana. And what's interesting about that is that you may not be seeing yourselves clearly. So we have this lion amidst, a gaggle of sheep. And this lion, let me show it to you upright because it's kind of a cool card. And this lion is wearing this sheepskin because he's been told that he's different and he wants to look like everyone else. But no. This is pre-societal conditioned thinking that's telling you that you have to conform and, you're not right. So all this that's coming through, hanging on to the past and releasing karmic cycles, it's because you are now seeing yourself clearly, or you're being called, because it came out reverse. So let's show it how it came out. Let's talk about that. You're not seeing yourself clearly. You're not recognizing your power. You're not recognizing your strength. You know, this is a lion, and lions are the ultimate masculine energy. It's fire energy. We're in fire energy season right now. So you're being asked to step into your truth, to reclaim your power, and to declare what it is that you want to call in, you know, for this new cycle, okay? But it's all about releasing the past, all right? So what I'm going to do next is I have these new oracle cards. Let me take off the crystal. I had it crowning with amethyst. We're going to just get a theme for the week to see what's going on, to see what's coming up. These are some pretty cool cards, and I really liked, ooh, that one came out fast. So we have the protection card. Came up reversed. And let's see what else we get. Sort of feel like maybe some of us are going to self-protect mode. Just with all the changes that's going on with the new energy that we're experiencing. Okay, this one popped out. This is hunger. So I feel like some of us may be craving new opportunities, you know, craving new inner strength and power. You know, you have an image of a wolf howling at the full moon. So this is about, you know, it's almost like a warrior cry, if you will. Power. This is a time for us to step into our power. Amazing, okay? So let me show these, together, if I can do it. My hands are a little awkward today. Protection came up reversed. Hunger. Power. And what I love is that we have beautiful images of the full moon. So my interpretation and what I'm getting is that this is, many of us will start to feel more balanced, more centered, and more within our power around the full moon. Okay, so that will be next week on the 19th. And I think many of us will receive our clarifying answers that we're looking for because of the Libra full moon. Remember, we have that lunar cycle happening, so that's going to bring a lot of clarity. So interesting. That's an interesting theme for the week. Protection, hunger, and power. So I feel like some of us need to be in self-protect mode. And, but we are craving new changes, new up-leveling, new inner strength, new personal power, new authenticity. All right. So what I'm going to do is clarify some of that with the Untamed Truth Oracle. What I like to do is pull another 5-card spread. And these are really cool cards that have interesting artwork on them. I always say this during my readings, but I really do enjoy these cards. So we'll see what comes through. Oh gosh. Sorry, they are literally jumping today. Oh, okay. Interesting. 2 more. We just need 2 more. You have 2 more. Wonderful. Okay, so this is good. Bottom of the deck is Passion in reverse. So let's talk about this. What does this mean? I'm hoping I don't drop these cards. I'm using a different desk this time around, only because I like the light in this room, and I feel like you can see the cards a little bit better, and it has just a more positive, uplifting energy, you know, surrounding everything. Okay, so what we have first is distortion. So I think some of us are approaching, I think some of us have a distorted sense of reality. I'm just going to be blunt. When this comes in, this is about us not seeing the situation clearly because we're still clinging to the past. And this was center of the deck for the tarot cards. Okay, this So this is coming in strongly for some of you. You're being asked to slow down. You're being asked to de-stress, decompress. This is the Tend card. Okay, I'm going to show it upright. Because what it is all about self-care, healing, regeneration, taking steps to rejuvenate your spirit, mind, body, and soul. What I recommend as an easy, quick fix, and this totally worked for me, is salt baths. I'm a huge fan of salt baths. The month of March did a number on me energetically, and my aura was like crackling. You know, it was weird. I felt electrified, and nothing that I did would turn that off. No matter how much I increased my sleeping. I made sure I was getting 8 hours. I was trying to eat healthier. I was trying to meditate, but my energy was really, really low, and I just couldn't clear it. I could not clear it. And I feel like maybe some of you may be going through this because of the cycles that we're ending. I recommend salt baths. You toss in a couple cups of, a couple of scoops of pink Himalayan salt. That's the best. And a pinch, they say you can use sea salt. I would maybe save that for the last choice, but pink Himalayan salt or Epsom salt, or you can do a cool mixture and then toss in some drops of essential oils like lavender. That's usually a really beautiful cleansing and relaxing oil, to combine with your salts. But I recommend at least doing that to start. And I think you will feel a lot better. I know I did. I felt like a new woman when I emerged from my bathtub. So I'm doing that myself, and I highly recommend it, for some of you who may be feeling a little bit out of sorts right now. It'll help with the distorted thinking. It'll help with cleansing your mind to release that energetic karma that's stuck. It's just stuck in you. And in doing so, you'll make better choices. Right now, the choices card came up reversed, and it's indicating to me that there's an obstacle. You're not seeing the situation clearly. You're maybe too much in your mind. Maybe too much analysis paralysis is going on. But this is a choice. It's either you flow with the decision or you remain steadfast in what you're being asked to decide, which is interesting because we had the compromise card, in the first reading, in the first spread, and that's exactly what I had said was, you're at a crossroads, and what do you do? And, the recommendation is to never compromise your integrity, your character, or your moral compass. If that's what's being asked of you, then definitely remain steadfast and you stay true to yourself. But if it's something that's fixable, and if it's something where you and the other person can find a middle ground, that might be a better course for you to explore, because it will give you peace. You'll have a sense of release. Your stress levels will go down, and we can't please everybody, right? So whatever the situation is that you're working on, you're definitely at a crossroads and you're being asked to make a choice, but do so from a place of clarity. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Meditate, pray upon it, take care of yourself, and I think it'll help you reach a better decision for you and the other party involved. Up next is you have the creation card, which is beautiful energy, because creation for me, I interpret this as the magician card in the regular tarot deck. So right now you are in your manifestation power, and it came in upright. So this is fantastic. So you are in the power to create and to control the outcome of your life right now. Write down literally what it is you would like to see and what steps you would like to take in order to achieve that goal. But yeah, manifestation is here. You're being divinely guided. you are being divinely guided because you're hermiting right now and you're being asked to tap into your intuition and listen to the intuitive messages that are coming through you. Okay? So this is wonderful. And then Earth. This is all about getting grounded, plain and simple. This is Earth energy coming in for you saying, slow down, ground, take care of yourself. Some of you may not, but definitely take care of yourself. Get grounded, you know. Do something that feels healing and restorative for you. This is about getting in touch with nature. This is about becoming more nurturing, getting in touch with your nurturing side. It's easy flowing energy. It's very feminine. It's very soft. And I think this is what is required to help you navigate this karmic cycle that you're ending. Okay. Bottom of the deck was the Passions card, and this came up reversed. And this is about tapping into that creative spirit, that creative energy, and doing the things that you really love, things that really bring you joy and happiness into your lives. You know, maybe some of you aren't happy at your job, so maybe this is a perfect time to start exploring new opportunities, to see what's out there, to see if there's something that's a better fit for you. Maybe some of you want to start a new project. Could be something creative in nature, but maybe you're stalling and just, you're not, I don't know, you're in your own way. But tap into your passions, because this is what's going to ignite that energy that you need to move forward in this new cycle. It'll make it easier to release whatever karmic situation you have going on here. Because remember, you are hungry for power right now, okay? This is the theme that we have going on for the week of 7 through 14 April. So tap into that. You know, we've got the full moon coming in next week, and that's exciting energy. I love it. Okay, let's move on. Let's pull some shamanic oracle cards. Okay, these are always great because they always bring a unique insight and perspective into whatever it is that we are working on. So I'm going to pull 3, and we'll see. Okay. First one is the Witness, reversed. 2 more, please. They want to jump, but they're not. Here we go. The Council, reverse, beautiful. This really is lining up with your manifestation power. That is beautiful energy because this is letting you know that your spirit guides, your guardian angels, everyone has your back, and that you are not alone in this situation. Whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that's ending for you. This is a message. When the Council comes in reverse, it's a message about reaching out to the divine, reaching out through, however you want to communicate. It could be through prayer, through meditation, through channeled writing, journaling, what have you. But get in contact with the divine, because they will answer your prayers and they are listening. And then third up is Taming the Wind, reversed. Bottom of the deck, Tree of Life. More earth energy. Beautiful. This is great. I love it when earth energy comes in because it's worked wonders for me. And I just want to share my experience. And I just encourage everybody to get outside and do something. Even go for a walk and breathe some fresh air. It's as simple as that. But it really does have healing and rejuvenating powers for you. Okay, so all 3 cards came in reverse, so that's medicine. I always like to read from the books. I want to make sure that you receive the symbology correctly and the message specifically, because the message is what's most important here. So first up is the witness, and I'll go ahead and hold up the card so you can take a look at that. Came in reverse. So the witness observes without engaging in any action. By cultivating inner stillness, we are able to assess any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. Pretty cool, right? Because you have some decisions to make. Okay? And the only way you can do that is by taking care of yourself and slowing down. So this is cool. This message is definitely for you. When we can be present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we are able to truly hear them and give better advice. Sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other. Then, through our presence, they receive their own answers. So what the message for you, this is the medicine, is acknowledge your preconceptions, ideas, and feelings about the situation you are in, but resist the urge to change any of it. Do not fall back into your controlling patterns. Instead, take a few deep breaths and connect with the joy of not having to perform. Hold space for the world to keep spinning on its own. So yeah, this is about release. You know, releasing control, releasing the need to manipulate the situation the way that you think it needs to be manipulated, or the way you think it needs to be resolved. And this could be where the compromise card is coming in. Okay? This may be the compromise that you're being asked to make a decision upon. So, the council. Ooh, where is it? It's right here. Okay. And came up reversed. Okay. So the council are luminous beings who hold the collective wisdom of humanity. They are the ones before whom you will do your life review when you cross into the world of spirit. So basically, it's, in a Christian sense, this is you going through the gates and you're being judged. How many good deeds did you do? How many bad deeds did you do? And, are you worthy of entering the gates of heaven? So it's similar. This is sorry, that's distracting. So this is another way of looking at that situation. It's a life review, essentially. Know that their wisdom, there meaning the council, is available to you at all times when you live in a state of yes, in an unconditional relationship with life. They remind you of your place around a sacred fire, which has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. You will claim it when you own your inner wisdom. So here's the message for you. This is the guidance. You are never alone. Turn to the council to find the guidance you seek, and listen to the voice that arises spontaneously. Turn a deaf ear to that nagging voice from your ego that tells you that you are not up for the task before you. Create a spiritual feast for the council. Invite them to your altar every time you meditate or pray. So I love this, right? Some of you are dealing with some heavy stuff, ending a heavy karmic cycle, and it's pretty draining, and it's probably scary, and it's probably really stressful, and it's creating a lot of anxiety. But you're not alone. Your spirit guides are with you. So definitely reach out in prayer and meditation to receive the messages that you need, that are intended for you, to help you make that decision and that choice that you're being asked to make. And then we have the taming of the wind. This one came up reversed. So more medicine, which I really love. I actually really like the medicine. So here's the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies. For smudging, reminds you in clearing. Sorry, let me start again. Here, the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is the symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and an acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good of all. Which is interesting, because you have your manifestation card. Creation. Okay? So you're being asked to co-create from the highest source. Okay? So reach out through prayer, reach out through meditation, and you will receive the answers that you need in order to create the next phase of your life. So the medicine, it's time to clean up any misunderstandings with others. Clear the air after disagreements and allow others to share their side of things. You are called now to be a good listener. Remember, I said that in the very beginning of the reading, you know, when I spoke about right now, this week is a prime time for communication because Mars is in Gemini and Mercury has now gone direct. So the lines of communication are now open and clear, and people are more receptive to your words. But just because they're more receptive to your words doesn't mean that you get to do all the talking. You have to be a good listener and allow them to share their perspective with you. And that's exactly what this card is telling you to do. Be a good listener. This is not a time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than to be understood. Good things come out of this restraint of tongue and pen. You will be surprised at how things get resolved when you allow all sides to have value. Amazing. Oh my God. You guys, I'm really excited for you all because, I mean, the energy is just prime and it's just right, you know, for moving on and for clearing a lot of this, you know, this old stuff that you're clinging to. All right. So what I want to do is I want to pull some love messages because I feel like some of this could be dealing with a romantic partner, could be a soulmate or a twin flame. This is the Pure Love deck, and I had sitting on top of it this cool clear quartz just to energize the cards, but it's also in the shape of a heart that I found. So I love it. So let's give it a go. I usually like to pull 2 cards, 2 for the Divine Masculine and 2 for the Divine Feminine. Sometimes 3 pop out, but we'll just go with what comes out. Okay, we'll take that one. Oh, here we go. Okay. And just as I suspected, there is disunion going on with your partner, either your soulmate or your twin flame. And one more. Oh, 2 more. Put that over here. Interesting. Yeah, it was exactly like I had said. There is definitely a disconnect. You know, those of you that this message is for, you are not in union with your partners. The masculine says that I'm reading it for the masculine. I am sorry I hurt you, and I wish you could be here right now. Okay? So that's what the masculine would like to communicate to his feminine. And for the feminine, I think of you often. I love you. You are not available to connect right now. Okay? So going back to the beginning of the reading, I got the sense, and it was an energy that was just surrounding this. I got the sense that this karmic past lives, or those of you that are clinging to the past, is you're clinging to an old idea of the relationship. And I say that simply because of the friendliness card. And we talked about what that meant. We talked about how that is the ultimate card of pure love. I mean, it's just pure love. And it's beyond the romantic, sexual, passionate love. This is higher level. And when you can just hold space for your partner and just send that loving, pure, unconditional love to them through the 5D, they're going to get it and they're going to receive it. But I feel like the message that's coming through is you have to take off all the constraints of the relationship, all the, what's the word that I'm struggling with? You know, all of the, I want to say guidelines, but all of the requirements for your relationship, take that crap off of it. Because what you're doing is you are blocking abundance. You are blocking love. You're blocking this new relationship that is trying to bloom and bud. There is love here, okay? There is no doubt about that. There is love. Your masculine is sorry that he hurt you, and he wishes that you could be with him right now. You think of him often, feminines, and you love your masculine, but you're telling him that he is not available to connect with you right now. So there is a block. There is a shutdown. There is no communication. And I feel like it's because it's an old ideation of how you think the relationship should be. So if you can release that and release the distortions around that, you're going to come into a beautiful, loving partnership that is healthy, that is balanced, and it is all about the essence of love. That's it. You are within your power right now to do so. You have the manifestation card here for you. You have the council here. I'll show it up right, telling you to tap in to your spirit guides. Ask for divine guidance, because when you ask, you will receive. Okay? Wow. What an incredible reading. This is going to be an amazing week for all of you. I sincerely hope you all enjoyed what came out for you. I'm excited. So please check in. Keep me updated. And how I like to end my readings is through some oracle cards, Nature's Whispers. It's always a positive, reaffirming message, for us to end on. So let me just pull a card or two, and we'll end on that. But as I'm shuffling, if you like this message, if you liked this report, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. Please click on the little bell so that way you can receive notifications of when I do videos. Also, I will be doing the mid-month zodiac readings. So I did a whole bunch for the early part of April, 1 through 15 April, and I will be doing the mid-month, so 15 through 30 or 31, how many days April has, but from mid-month to the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. Check out your sign. Okay. Pull from the top. Actually, we're getting two. Open your heart, hope and happiness. It's all good. This is an amazing reading. Amazing, amazing reading, okay? I know it's challenging, but you have tons of spiritual support on your side, okay? You are in your manifestation period. You are within your power. Just tap into that. Own it. Own your power. And I promise you, April's going to be an amazing month, all right? Take care. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.